Welcome back. Let me give you a little context on this video here real quick. And I think the point I'm trying to drive here is I'm done buying from eBay. I've had a bad experience multiple times over the last few months. 25 out of out of 25 things I've purchased, I think two were successful, which were auctions and people putting things up for used for auction sales. Other things, not so much. I've had this here is a quick station that I ordered before Dave did his video. It just arrived after Dave released his video, unfortunately. So I was going to do a review, but it turns out that I ordered this new, and it came used. I mean, if this is not used, then this is a sad excuse for a product. But you'll see why here in a second, as I'll let the video play on. I'm sure the pulling out of a cardboard box is not going to really interest you, so I'll do this voice overlay for the time being and then test out my new mic audio equipment. But my point is, for I think I'm done with eBay. I really do. It takes too long to return something. 7 days, pictures back and forth, negotiations. Can I give you a small discount if you keep the item that you don't want, that you didn't want to order to begin with, that you didn't order originally, that was not as described and was a totally different picture? Why, yes, I'll keep the thing that I really didn't want to begin with. Why not? No, of course I won't. I was disappointed in this Quick station. And I don't think it's against Quick. And I have an email to the manufacturer to confirm otherwise. And also I want to confirm if this is an authorized seller, distributor of Quick that's on eBay, because if it is, this seller is giving Quick a bad reputation. Once you see why I'm saying these comments here in a second. In addition, though, since I had the unit, despite being used and scratched up and beat up and broken, I still decided to run some power tests and show the flicker in the lab of why it does this on a 110-volt system in the US, as well as showing you how to remove the heating element. The heating element is actually quite easy to remove. And I did the removal of the heating element at the end of this video, not to mention how easy it was to remove it and install it, so you know how to replace it and how easy it will be going forward if you were to buy one of these systems. It was really impressive. The engineering and that extra level of thought and design that went into it was something else. Here we got some rust. First thing I noticed, big scratch on the handle for a brand new unit, and some rust going on there on the spring. Where's the scratch at? Turn it around. There it is. So let me go. I'll let you continue with the video as I go over the unit and discover that I once again got ripped off by an eBay seller. So yeah, this is going back. I've opened a case with eBay, and I'm looking to do an update video on this. There's a ring. This is from where the rubber pieces, actually the bag's been put back on upside down. These are the feet that were originally in the bag, so the bag's been flipped, and the oil and the rubber on some of these units leave marks like that permanently marked up my ESD mat. So careful to you new guys that buy spend the money on a nice quality ESD mat. They're not completely chemical resistant. Scratches on the front of the base. Even my Hacko 951 have left marks on the ESD mat from some kind of oil that's in the rubber, the compounds, for some reason. I don't understand, but for whatever reason, yeah. So let's go back to the video here. I hope you enjoy. Leave your comment down below. Let me know what you think of my new audio system. Maybe I'll do a little review update video of just the new audio and the audio I'm using. More scratches. It's obviously been taken in and out of this case quite a bit. And yeah, the usual thumbs up, comments, I'll ask your questions down below. I'll do an update video as soon as I get an answer from the manufacturer from Quick. I'm also looking for a list of authorized resellers in the US that actually have them in stock at a decent price. And hopefully Quick, if they don't have this list on their main website, will put this list up here soon, because it will make it a lot easier than getting ripped off by eBay sellers selling things as new and clearly selling me a broken used one. And although I was still able to test and function the amount of current it draws on a 110 volt main system in the US, and even though I was able to do some other tests as well, you'll see what I mean by broken here as the video progresses. So again, enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, don't forget to. There's that little thing that says subscribe, and there's a little thumbs up there too if you like it, as well as the little bell notification so you're notified of future videos. Durable, I would say. In fact, you know, that may have been heated up now looking at the discoloration. I'm really questioning if it's used. There's even dirt underneath this LCD label. These buttons are worn. There's literally, the plastic is worn down. We're going handheld here. So tell me, that's not wear mark. And on that button there, look at the bottom of that button here. You can see how it's been worn, pushed in. Power cord's not detachable. I never realized the power cord's not detachable. I can't put my own longer cord on here. Just a ton of dirt on this hose. With a scratch on the hose. And more scratches. Like this hose has been waved around. As in used. The hose completely twisted. Hopefully that doesn't affect the airflow. I would think it would though. The weight is just amazingly light. Dirty, used, scratched up feet. Disappointing. Really, really disappointing. Look at this. I can actually clean this off myself. And this is, you see this mat. This mat's brand new here. So there is no way this dirt did not come off this mat. I don't even think this, yeah, this isn't even a new twist tie. This has been wrapped the wrong way twice. You know, it gets tangled because somebody's unwrapped it and then wrapped it and put it back and then unwrapped it again. That is quite a hum for the transformer. I think I know why this was returned now. That's a big hum. Well, you know the only way to confirm whether it's authentic or not. There's the flickering light. It's even programmed for real temp. It doesn't come programmed for real temp out of the box. A little bit of overshoot there if that's real temp. I wonder if the other lights in my lab flicker. Now this one is a fluorescent light, so yeah, I kind of expect that. Let's take a look around here. Oh yeah, every one of my lights flicker. Welcome to running on 110 volts, 15 amp breaker for 3 bedrooms upstairs. Let's see how much power it really draws. Put it up to 400, so when I pull it out, it's gonna go 400. And then let's watch this thing climb. 10.2 amps and sustaining above 9 amps even as it heats up, and then it goes down to about 7, and as it continues to heat up because the handle still needs to even out. Yeah, it sustains about 7 amps. I mean, 7 amps is pretty much, that's half of my whole breaker. That's half my circuit for the whole second story of my house. That handles 3 bedrooms. I'm surprised I'm not kicking on any of my UPS battery backups. Annoying transformers. Somebody returned this already. Definitely disappointed. Since it's been returned, let's see if it's been messed with. That is torqued, if not stripped. That's too tight. I don't like the fact that it was supposedly new and came looking all used and beat up and scratched. Standard metal casing. Ah, you're joking me. Alright, so this is what I got. First off, transformer hum. I wonder why. Because it's loose, it's bent, the tabs have been bent in. Although it is rated for the 23 volts. Now the best part. I love this part. Ready? Watch this. Ta-da! 2 rubber garments, not even hooked into the base of that motor where it belongs. One of them completely broken off. Snapped. Just snapped. I don't know how it's under here. Glued? I'm guessing somebody glued that. Nope. I paid for new. I expect new. This is getting returned. Here's motor. This is not Whirlpool motor quality. This is all... Oh, you know what this is? This is all thermal paste. This is from when somebody was touching it and putting it back in, trying to fix it. This size is ground wire. That. I remember the ground wire being much thicker. Transformer's all bent up. I got scratches on the base. Got scratches on the handle. I'm walking away from this before I get really off here in a second. This is not. No wonder that transformer hums. I mean, come on. Look at this. Seriously? Not only is it loose, it's not even put in place properly. So there's the transformer hum, the fact that it's not even touching the bottom. The prongs have been bent up because the holes aren't even cut out for the right width of the transformer. Here's the eBay seller that sold me this. He goes by the name of Yo Kim. He distributes through Dayton, New Jersey. You can see I obviously bought this item. It says view order details up top right there. And free 30-day returns, so eBay money back guarantee. I expect both without a hassle, but of course it's going to take 7 to 10 days before I get that. And condition new, a brand new, unused, unopened, undamaged item in its original packaging. There's no way this was new. So, and 3-year warranty was suspicious, but I did confirm with the manufacturer that they do offer a 1-year warranty, but it is up to the seller if the seller wishes to extend that warranty. If they want to make their ad look better by offering another extra year. I've seen them with 2 years and I've seen them with 3 years. Okay, so since I got this so-called new, which is actually used machine from an eBay seller, I figured I'd take the time to, because I don't know if I'm going to buy another one at this point. I really don't know. I need to find a good actual seller in the US that is not going to try to rip me off. But I'll take the time to show you how to replace the heating element, because it's really quite simple. You unscrew this front piece here, and the rivets aren't all riveted. There's only 3 rivets and then 3 screws. So just in case my arm was in the way, this unscrews. And then 3 screws right here. because I do know, I believe the Lewis Group sells the heating element separate. I don't know if anybody else in the US sells the heating element separate. I do know I did find another authorized distributor in Texas, and I'm about ready to give them a call. That was actually $10 cheaper than this one was, and supposedly it'll be brand new. And I've confirmed with Quick that they are an authorized reseller of the Quick products. And that's it. That's really how easy the heating element was to remove. Your ceramic core, some fiberglass cloth ribbon down each side to help direct the heat, so the heat doesn't escape as much to the metal on the sides of the posts here, giving it more of a directional flow. Ceramic core in the front, and the whole entire core is surrounded with, let me see, there's actually 3 pins here, and then these are 2 contacts here, so there's actually a total of 5 contacts going on here. These 2 contacts go to this point, these 2 points, these 2 contacts go to these 2 points, and this one's probably the main ground for all of those actually. So it looks like it's getting 4 different sources of power. You can see little wire cores wrapping, and that fiberglass fireproof shielding that lines the outside of those heating cores, so that way the heat stays in and it stays more directional, the flow is more directional. Even though it uses a triac to stabilize the heat, once it reaches that temperature, as shown on an oscilloscope, I think Dave showed that, it does do a slow marginal increase of power. It doesn't just shoot. It's not like an electric spot welder where it just shoots straight up on the 110 volt mains. So that's good though, because if it just shot straight up, my battery backup, my UPSs would have detected a dip in the voltage. They would have kicked in and tried to bring the voltage up. I got 3 of them on this circuit in this lab itself. 3 of them that I've heard kick on from other things like inrush current to some of my variac transformers, or inrush current to when I had the battery spot welder up here in the lab. That's one of the reasons it went downstairs in the basement, because it's on its own 30 amp circuit now. One of these has to be the ground, except I don't think I have any of my nice meters up here right now. I believe this is the second meter I ever owned. The first one was a Radio Shack, a small one. Scratchy, but it will work. Okay, so one of these has to be a ground, so I'm going to take the tip to the outside since they do claim ESD. So it looks like our middle pin here, where the 3 pins are, that's our ground, which is why I suspected. I said 4 inputs, which you can see obviously go to the heating coils here, here, and here, and here, and that middle one's your ground. So if that middle one's your ground, it's a long pin for a reason. It's a long pin, so it has a really good contact. So you know what? I can cheat. I'm going to plug it in part way since I know which one the ground is now. So let's go ahead and plug that back in. I'm going to leave myself enough room, hopefully, to be able to access that middle pin there. And hopefully it will make contact. Well, we already know that middle pin's going to this ground, so that should be ground, which means the case is grounded. The ground on the mains is grounded. This is, okay, it seems to have a 1 meg ohm resistor in there. So it is grounded. It's grounded with a 1 meg ohm resistor, which is a nice touch. So, yeah. Looks completely ESD safe the way it should be. Nicely done. But again, I just kind of, I'm sending this back because this obviously arrived used. Very nice designed heating element inside there. Big chunk of ceramic, which helps hold and maintain the heat so it doesn't have to throw more power at it constantly as the air is blowing over it, which is really nice. The fiberglass tape around the outside to the metal here to help maintain the heat and keep the heat more focused on the inside of the element as the air is blowing over it. is also a very nice touch. And properly grounded out. If you own a quick unit, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. Haven't decided if I'm going to buy another one after returning this one, because at this point, I don't know, it's a disappointing experience. I think I'm done with eBay. Countless amounts of wrong items, wrong described items, wrong pictures, just flat out lied to. Yes, it's new, sent me used. I'm done with eBay. That's it. You know, Frankie restored my faith in eBay at one point. He really did. And Frankie's brother, since Frankie's brother took over Frankie's store, 99-cent Hobbies, he's been doing great. He doesn't know this, but I've actually ordered twice from him now. And everything came as promised. Still nicely wrapped, still nice packaging, still well protected. Everything that the same quality that Frankie had. If I buy anything from eBay, it's going to be little accessories like that from Frankie for cables and alligator clips and attachments and stuff like that. Beyond that, I'm done. I'm so done with eBay. Even Wish, of all sites, Wish would just turn right around and say, oh, you received a fake one? Here's your money back, no questions asked, within 2-3 days. eBay, 2 weeks later, I might see my money back for this. And not to mention the fact that I've now wasted 2 weeks of my time to receive this and then have to fight with eBay to take it back. Just absolutely ridiculous.